Art for Change podcast, where creativity and empowerment unite. Streaming live every Monday, Thursday, and Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We got Motion Monday, Therapeutic Thursday, and Soulful Sunday. If you like what you see, book your seat. We turn up the heat with your Art for Change.
Hey, and we are live. What's going on, enthusiasts and change makers? Yes. Hey, this is another episode of Art for Change podcast. Today is Soulful Sunday, and I am your host, Mr. Sapiosexual, and my co-host in the building.
You already know it's your boy, be you, because that's all you got to motherfucking do is be you. That's it.
Yeah.
Real simple.
That's all you can do, man. Real simple, folks. Real simple. Hey, man, how was your weekend? First and foremost, be you.
It was a chill weekend. Like, my car got here, got an oil change, got everything done. I was in bed all day today, actually. I had a headache. But it's better now. But yeah, and then I'm looking closer to being home, actually. For the holidays. What's that J. Cole song? Home for the holidays? Y'all go home.
Home for the holidays. We said, yeah, I'm going home this week. Yeah, nigga.
Not next week. A lot
of
niggas going
person.
home.
We see you.
What's up, Phoenix? Yeah. So yeah. Other than that, it was like I was in the house the whole day, like the whole weekend, like in the house.
Yeah.
I ain't a city boy.
He said, I ain't no city boy. I know that's right. Today we're gonna watch this video. We're gonna forgive me in advance for anybody who may feel a discomfort in watching this. But we're gonna watch the video, but we're gonna discuss the video after we watch it.
Hold up, but how was your weekend before we watch it? How was your weekend?
Oh, I had a good weekend too, brother. I can't complain, man. We got to cook on the grill, had a couple people over, things of that nature. So it was all good.
How the snakes doing?
The snakes are doing good. Everybody is eating. Everyone is eating. I had one that was a little bit stubborn on taking a meal. And all the three that I've had for a while, all of them have just shedded within this last week, and all of them had complete full sheds with no stuck sheds. So that lets me know that my habitat is right for them. Being that they all are eating, that means that they're comfortable in their habitat. So all good vibes with the reptiles make me feel like I'm doing the right thing, you know. So yeah.
That's good.
For sure. Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring this video to the forefront and discuss it. Let me pull it up for y'all.
Who's your doctor?
Lang is her doctor. Y'all treat all your patients like this or just the black ones?
Wheelchair out there. So she gets up, she walks in the back, and she come to the door with a wheelchair. She said, here you go, ma'am. I said, excuse me, you're not going to come with me? And she was like, no.
All right, what's up with y'all? So look, I'm back again with another video right now. Listen, I have seen this situation floating around on the internet, and it really bothered me, like really, really deep down. Seeing a woman being in this much pain and agony is just really sickening in my personal opinion. Now listen, for those who haven't seen it, I'm gonna break it down to y'all real quick, but I don't know everything about it. I got the first video that I originally seen, but now I have seen that the mother and her have spoken out, and I added those videos to this one. But y'all already know this is a reaction channel, so we're gonna watch it together. But basically, you know, it was a young lady who was giving birth, and she was in there in agony. She was just, you know, breaking down. She was finna give birth. She was in labor, right? And a nurse was there. I can't even call her a nurse. It was this little weird fucker in there just watching her at first, and then she started doing computer work and just acting so nonchalant about her being in so much pain. Now, when you see this, you're gonna see what the hell I'm talking about. She needs to be fired, in my personal opinion. I wish she can be charged, but hey, it is what it is. But to watch somebody go through what they was going through and not like have any sense of urgency lets you know that these people don't be giving a damn about people. Now, the nurses out there who care and love others, I'm not talking about y'all, but I'm talking about little weird funky fuckers like this person right here. Now, it took place at Dallas Regional Medical Hospital in Mesquite, Texas. Now, when she was in agony, it says that she had the baby 12 minutes later, meaning that she was right on edge, meaning that she was in the pain that you don't want to be in when you're finna have this baby. She came up there to get some help, and they didn't give it to her properly, in my personal opinion. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Watch it. I have to give y'all a brief synopsis so y'all can understand what the hell is actually going on with it. And we're going to talk about everything in the comment section. Like I said before, you know, they really dropped the ball with this. Let's get into it, though.
When's your due date? Right now. Is your due date? What? How many times have you been pregnant? 3. This is your 3rd pregnancy? Yes! You have 2 babies at home? You have 2 babies at home?
Look at her.
Who's your doctor?
Lang is her doctor. Y'all treat all your patients like this or just the black ones?
I love what she said that. And she ignored it on purpose. Little weird fucker.
Last name is Jones.
Look how she acting. Like it ain't nothing.
How's your due date is?
Her due date is
Just
the
said it
10th.
was the 10th. Her due date's the 10th.
She had 3 pregnancies, 2 babies at home. I bet y'all listen next time. When you found out you was delivering at this hospital, your ass should have changed doctors.
Ooh, I know that shit hurt.
Everybody say how they treat me.
They need to be investigated. So it says my phone was in my purse, but the register asked me. Hold on, let me make sure I'm reading this shit right. Yeah, that's what it say. But the register asked me to move her to the side so they can speak with another person. All right, let's get back into it. I guess registered nurse or the woman at the register. This is the mama recording all of this.
Are y'all for real right now? So, if she give birth in a chair, that's what it is?
I can't take her upstairs without
Which is what? So you'll take a chance of infections and her having a baby in this chair. So she's not a priority. But this right here. Hello, TikTok family. This is a follow-up on the video that I posted earlier. So I was at work. I had no idea of the activity that was going on. My daughter's texting me, calling me. I didn't know what was going on. So finally I get home, they tell me about the video, and a lot of you was asking about a follow-up. and to explain the situation. So this is the situation. My daughter went into active labor at home. We took her to the hospital. She called ahead of time, so we know they are expecting us. However, we get there to the emergency room, we watching nurses, putting gloves on, running to the door. They get outside of the door, and I drive a black SUV, and they look at my vehicle, and one of the nurses come up to the window, and she goes, I'm sorry, this is for ambulance only. I said, well, my daughter is in active labor. And she was like, okay, she said, but you're going to have to go to the front. I'm like, I have to drive to the front. And they said, yeah, you have to drive to the front. Okay, another redhead. And so I'm like,
They wasn't even her, I don't think.
so she's in
The other one.
and it was like, yeah, she started bagging up, hit the button, went back inside the building. So I go around to the front. I get out of the car. Again, this girl is in more pain now than she was when we first left the house. And she started saying, I feel pressure, I feel pressure. I said, take deep breaths. I ran in. I said, hey, my daughter's in the car. I went to emergency. They told me I had to come to the front. So the lady was like, what's your daughter's name? Told her Kiara Jones. She gets out some paperwork, started typing in the name. I was like, ma'am, do you have a wheelchair or anything? She's in the car. I need to get her in. Oh, if you check on the other side of those doors where the vending machine's at, there should be a wheelchair out there.
It's crazy.
There's no wheelchair out there. So she gets up, she walks in the back, and she come to the door with a wheelchair. She said, here you go, ma'am. I said, excuse me, you're not going to come with me? And she was like, no. Oh, okay. So, a police officer was in the lobby. He gets up. He grabbed a wheelchair. He goes out the door with me. He said, come on, I got you. Went out there. She is on hands and knees in the back of the vehicle. And I'm like, oh shit, what is going on? And then she goes, it's in my, I was like, what? And the guy was like, and she was like, he said, okay, she and she was like, give me a minute. She could not move. So when that contraction eased, we put her in a wheelchair. He said, you can go park your car, because they, again, had people out there. So I went park my car. It wasn't even 30 seconds. I run back in the building. She's just there with a stack of papers in her hand, screaming that this baby is coming. This baby is coming. I look at the registers behind the window, and they looking at me, and they was like, well, we can't do anything until she signed the papers. Are you kidding me? So I grabbed the papers, and of course, it's all the ER bullshit that they have. And I was like, you want her to sign this, and she's in active labor. And they was like, okay. I was like, ma'am, she was supposed to be induced earlier today at 8 o'clock. And they called and told her that they will call her because they didn't have beds. And they would let her know. And no one ever called back. They called back every hour on an hour. And they was like, no, we'll call you back. And then finally, her water break, she called them. They tell her to come in. So why is she signing these papers?
Okay.
We need her in labor and delivery.
Right.
And it was like, ma'am, I'm sorry. So the charge nurse comes out. And she saw the paper signed. What? Are you serious right now? And she closes the door. And then the lady behind the window, at this point, my daughter, scribbled her name on all the papers. We gave it to her. She says, thank you. She walked it around to the charge nurse. She opened up the door. My daughter is literally like having a contraction. And she's just standing there in the door. So we push her into the door. I said, can we get her into labor and delivery? She said, no, we have to fill out all this paperwork. I have to do the paperwork. and get her a band before we can send her upstairs. So that was the video that you guys saw that I initially posted. So the next video that has no picture on it
The one y'all seen
was
before this.
when I was pushing her in and we was at the window because they asked me to move her from the window so they can take care of other guests or, patients that was coming in and out. Do not go to this hospital. This hospital is ghetto as hell. They do not care about black women or their babies. This is crazy. I read about stuff like this all the time, but to see this firsthand, this lady did not care. None of them. It wasn't until we got into labor and delivery where we saw an ounce of care or sympathy for her.
She
Before
said,
then, they can care less. She did not care if she gave birth in that wheelchair. That was not her problem or her concern.
all right. Now,
And I just cut it right there, man.
Um,
What's your thoughts on that, man?
my thoughts on that is, and they called before, so they should have been prepared anyway. So, my thoughts on that is get rid of the front staff. Actually, get rid of everybody. Everybody got to go. Actually, everybody got to go because even if it was just one lady doing it, somebody else should have been like, "Hey, you know, let's get this woman back here. Like she's going into labor. Like not sitting there. I seen her like in that wheelchair, like screaming, like, yo, what? I would have went the fuck off on everybody. Like computers broken, like everything. So yeah, my thoughts on that is, bro, like get rid of your front staff because she obviously just said they didn't care for her until she got to the doctors, and the doctors cared for her, she had good care. But yeah, especially that lady that's sitting in the fucking corner right there. I need to find her on social media actually. I gotta get to the bottom of this. I gotta get to the hey.
Nah, yeah, man. Before we dive deep into so many questions, let me just give the listeners some detailed information on the racial disparity in the healthcare. These are some of the statistics that we pulled up and we found. So just the number one, maternal rate, motor rate. So these are the African women are 3 to 4 more times likely to die from pregnancy-related causes than white women. According to the CDC in the 2020, the maternal mortality rate for Black women was 55.3 deaths per every 100,000 live births, compared to 19.1 for their white women counterparts. Pain.
So that
Go
yeah.
ahead, brother. What you got?
No, that means they're neglecting black women. That's what that means. Like
The numbers,
like, are we not as important?
the numbers. I mean, 55.3 for every 100,000 live births compared to 19.1. That's a large difference. But it says pain management. It says study shows that Black patients are often undertreated for pain compared to their white counterparts. It said research indicates that many healthcare providers hold false beliefs about biology differences in pain tolerance between the races. So they saying that doctors believe in that African American women have a higher tolerance for pain than their white women counterparts, and this is why they're not treated in the same realm or in the same respect when it comes to pain related issues as their white counterparts. So these are just
Yeah,
some. Go ahead, brother.
but just because we're stronger as they see, why should we be treated differently?
Right. I agree. And who's to say that someone else's pain has a higher tolerance than whoever? And so because I have a high tolerance of pain, I don't get the same treatment. That's, healthcare access. It says reports of the National Academy of Medicine indicates that Black individuals are more likely to experience barriers to access healthcare, including insurance coverages and transportation issues. Implicated biases. It says research has shown that implicated biases among healthcare providers can lead to less favorable treatment for minority patients. This can result in misdiagnosis, inadequate pain management, and a lack of empathy toward patient concern, as we seen in that video. It says the quality of care. It says African Americans frequency reports feeling discriminated against in healthcare settings, which also leads to distrust for medical professionals and reluctant to seek help. How do you feel about that?
Would you go back to that hospital if you've seen this story? That's how I feel. My answer is no.
No, I don't think I would take any of my children there. And I damn sure wouldn't be having another child there. You know what I mean? In the event that, I was the father of that baby.
And the thing is, like, it sucks if that's like the closest hospital to you, and like you feel like you have to go there.
Yes.
So that's a messed up situation. It's like, yo, I don't want to go there, so I got to go to the further one, and let's say the further one is like 20 more minutes away than that one. So like that's a hard decision to make. Like and then you like, yo, I want to go here, but they're not gonna take care of me. So yeah, that's a tough decision to like. That's a tough question to answer actually, because you always want to go to the nearest spot, like always.
Yes, I mean, who want to drive an hour away for healthcare, just hoping that you're going to get better service? Now, what if you drive an hour away and you still, get treated poorly? What if, why is it that it is more common than not for us to be mistreated when it comes to medical professionals? Have you ever been mistreated in type of any experience of discrimination towards you in the medical field?
No. I haven't, cause I go to fuck off anyway. So like, they gonna send me to the back. I go to fuck off person, but I've never been pregnant either. So that's a whole different thing. But yeah, I go to fuck off. They ain't got no choice. Like,
yeah.
And then I'd be like, hey, I be acting like I got a lawyer. I'm gonna call my lawyer. I ain't got no damn lawyer. Like what?
You said you're gonna call your lawyer.
Man, I don't have a lawyer, bro. I'm gonna tell him that.
He said, I don't got a lawyer, but I'm gonna tell him that. Respect, brother. Respect. Man, what do you think is responsibility of people who have a voice to speak up on situations just like this one right here?
I think people are like they're scared to voice their opinion, but the responsibility is to stand on business. But some people are scared of judgment, and they don't want people to look at them differently. They want to play both sides instead of like like taking care of both sides, you know.
Right.
So yeah, instead of like, they try to play in the middle, I'm gonna go here and then go there, you know. But yeah, I think that's crazy. I've never seen that video actually. This is new to me. I've never seen that video.
Yeah, I believe this it's a new situation. Now the thing is this, brother. Do you feel like now watching that video? They said that the young lady had the baby 12 minutes later. If they would have reacted any slower, like the mother was saying, the young lady would have had the baby right there in the lobby. Now, we do understand the need for paperwork, but in active labor, is it nobody? I mean, it's like I don't know how that goes. But to me, the young lady seemed to be in agony. She seemed to actually be in labor, um, and I don't see why it wasn't treated better than it was.
Yeah, I think saying somebody gets shot, they not doing paperwork. You know, they get shot in the leg. They're not doing paperwork. They go straight to the back, do paperwork after somebody else do their paperwork. So why not that for a newborn being coming in here? You know, so why make her sit through that and then like I get sometimes like labor is not you're not about to have it right now, but the way she was acting, you should have known like, hey, we gotta send her to the back right now. Like she got to go right now. We'll do this paperwork. You know what? Her mother was there, like so. We'll do this paperwork while she's going to the back and going into labor. Like that it kind of just pissed me off. Actually, I just thought about it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think now the real question is: do you honestly feel that if that woman,
Was white. Yes, she went straight to the back. I'm
see
sorry.
that's the issue, you know what I mean, that I'm having, because we both know that if that young lady had a been a different hue, she would have got a different type of treatment. And that's why I feel that's what I don't like about it. You know what I mean? Like I don't, and it's like and it's in our faces, isn't it? Not only in healthcare, because man, I don't go to the doctor enough like I should to experience it. Um, but I experience it everywhere else. I see different forms of discrimination everywhere I go. Um, and and I mean, it's almost like it's nowhere that I can go. It's 2025, and I can honestly say that it's places that I go on, places that I can walk into, and I can feel the presence or just the feel that I'm not welcome in this space, if you will. You know, I can feel that I'm stepping into a place that everybody around me is looking at me like, boy, what you doing here? You know what I mean? So I've been in those environments, and I've been in those environments on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. So, what do we do about that?
First of all, it's not even just us, because if that was a Spanish woman, the same thing would have happened. Because we're colored.
Yeah,
Spanish people are colored. Yeah, the
yeah,
same thing would have happened. Uh, what
minorities.
we, yeah, minorities. That's perfect. Yeah. What we can do about it is, what we are doing about it. You see more colored people getting into the health field, and then that'll help a lot too, because we're gonna care about us, but we're gonna care about the white people too. We're gonna care about everybody. Like I care about everybody. So we're gonna care about us, and that I mean, it's just educating ourselves and getting to the point even though we're behind on white people supposedly because they had a head start, but yeah, I think it's just putting more color, Spanish, and that type of feel. And like even with doctors, but she said the doctors once she got back there, the doctors were good. It's the front desk to get
Right.
her to the doctors. So yeah.
In what ways do you think hospitals can improve the intake process to ensure a timely care for all patients, especially those in labor?
Uh have a sense of urgency. Because like when I watched that video, like this is my first time watching that video too. The lady is just like, okay, such and such. Like, I would have been
Yeah.
get her to the back while I get all this stuff. It's a sense of urgency. Like, this is important. This is a
Yeah.
new child coming into the world. Like,
Yeah.
and she's just like,
and,
what?
and not only that, it's the word that we use, and we discussed this word. We even had a whole show about it. Empathy, man.
Yeah.
Empathy. Have some. To me, how can you be in a position of service and don't have compassion? Why are you in a position of service? Why are you there if you're not going to care about the patients, about the people? You know what I mean? To me, that makes no sense. Why are you in that field? To me, if you in that field, that you are in that field to be a person that cares about providing care to individuals. So I don't know, man. It's just I never.
Even if you don't care, act like you care. Like, come on now. Like, even if you don't give a fuck, act like you care. Like, but when I watched that video just now, and she's just, I want to smack her. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey,
Yes, man. Yes, bro.
I would have took, I would have rode her wheelchair to any fucking operating room, and like we gonna get to the bottom of this. Like, hey, I'm sorry. I'll deal with the legal shit later, but my baby here.
Yeah, yeah, bro. If that was your loved one, if that was the mother of your child, what would have been your steps? How would you have handled that, my guy?
I would have went to find a doctor, actually. And then I understand why she recorded it. So like, she had to stay there to record it. But I would have at least tried to go find a doctor. Like, hey, doc, because like doctors took care of her. They said as soon as she went back there, she was taken care of. But I would at least, yeah, because there's no point arguing with this lady who's not doing shit for you. So I got to find somebody else. And quick too. Like it has to be fast thinking. And I know people panic in like situations like that as well. So I get it, but and I get she got the footage to put them on blast. So and that lady should lose her job actually. But and I don't want anybody to lose their job, but hey, if it's like that, it's like that. But I would want to try and find a doctor or something. I'd have to get to the bottom of it quick.
Boy said I get to the bottom of it quick.
I got a
Absolutely.
podcast in. I would have left my shit recording right there with my podcast staying, hey, while I go find a doctor. Hey, and then we got to record it. It's something.
Respect it. Hell yeah, man. Definitely wouldn't. I don't know if I would just sat there and recorded it. I think in that aspect, I'm gonna go find somebody that's gonna care about the situation a little more than you.
Yes.
So I think the mom should have been a little more proactive. I know she wanted the video to, like you said, bring awareness to the actual treatment. Now, do you think the mom did it to go viral because she's seen the mistreatment, or do you think she did it just to bring awareness to the situation?
I think she did it for awareness, which is a good thing. So that's why it's like it's hard. Like I probably would have grabbed somebody out the fucking the lobby. Hey, record this. Let me go find somebody. Like something like that. Hey, let me go get let me go find somebody to help my daughter. But like I would have found the black person in the lobby. Hey, record this. They're treating us bad right now. Ain't no black person gonna tell you no for that. While I go find somebody to help my daughter. That's
Yeah,
exactly what I would have did.
I respect that. I respect that. I think I mean, of course, like you said, I'm definitely gonna go find me some help. At that point, I don't even think I would have cared to record it, even though it probably needed to be notified or documented for everybody else to see. But I think in the heat of the moment, I would have been just focused on the care of the child, which I don't understand why that wasn't an urgency. You know.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that as well. But I still I see it from both sides. I understand why she recorded it, but somebody else could have recorded it.
Yeah, man. I mean, no, I understand why she recorded it. I mean, I mean, I get that. I get that.
hmm And then she recorded it. If something happened to their baby just because of that whole situation, that's a lawsuit.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that the next time that people are experiencing any type of mistreatment in the medical field or on a job or anywhere, I mean, I think it's good to bring awareness to it. I think it's good to expose people and the immature mindset that I'm gonna treat you a certain type of way just because you look differently than me. A lot of times that's what it is. A lot of times I feel like we discussed on our podcast before. I feel like if all your friends look the same, I advise you to get you some different friends.
hmm
I don't even think that sometimes we even do it purposely. We're comfortable with certain environments. I get it. But as we always say here on the podcast, you don't grow in comfort. So I believe that everybody should have a diverse group of a fellowship, a diverse group of friends. If you don't have friends from other ethnicities, I advise you to get you some so that you can learn different things from their backgrounds and their culture, and also so you can debunk different type of understandings that you may have been brought up believing.
I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
I think there's rotten apples amongst every ethnicity, but I believe there's also good people throughout all ethnicities as well.
Yes,
But
yes.
most of the time, when we are constantly seeing poor representation of these ethnicities, it gives us a bad understanding. So this is where I say lean out to your own understanding and do your own research. You know, do your
And
own familiarize your own self with these type of different cultures and heritage so that you can really understand for yourself and not just believe first thing that you see on TV that's maybe is manipulated.
hey, who gonna get to the bottom of this situation? Facebook users and Twitter users, because they gonna go down her timeline about what she been saying like before, like years ago. That you know how it go. They gonna get to the bottom of it, and they gonna see what she said about this like ethnicity. They're gonna do that. The people gonna solve it. The people solve more crimes than the police, like for real.
I mean, well,
Like,
from what I'm understanding, and I don't know if it's actually true because I haven't did my evidence. I haven't did my research to find out if it's true. But they're saying that the young lady has lost her job, the nurse, um, the check-in nurse, clock-in nurse, registered nurse, whatever she was. They're saying that she may have lost her job behind the mistreatment or the lack thereof for urgency in that type of situation.
the people gonna find out. Hey, we the best detectives. We the people, we the best detectives. We get to the
Mhm.
bottom of shit, and then we help the police.
He said we get to the bottom of shit that we have the police. I
For
respect
real.
that. We're gonna run through some of these historical fun facts for the day, brother.
All right, so
Yeah,
hold up. Harry Potter and
go ahead, read that.
Philosopher's Stone. Hey, I read that Harry Potter series, bro. And then the film adapted to it, bro. I used to love. I'm a nerd. I seem like an asshole, but I'm still a nerd too. I'm sorry. I can say asshole, right? Well, I said
Yeah,
it twice
yeah,
already.
he done said it already. I can say asshole. Mhm.
No, I was in love with J.K. Rowling writing, bro. And then when the movies came out, that's like
Yeah,
Game of Thrones to you. Harry Potter was to me because I know you like Game of Thrones and shit. So yeah, J.K. Rowling, she's a dope writer. And she won a lot of like awards for the Harry Potter series. Like,
yeah. I fuck with the Harry Potter series too. Yeah,
yeah,
I always been the type of person that went for the underdog. You know what I'm saying? So Harry
yeah,
had natural abilities, but he was an underdog too because he was the orphan. His parents are both were gone, so out of
yeah.
everybody
But
there,
and the most powerful villain couldn't kill him. Hey,
yeah, you know what I'm
because he
saying?
was pure. He
Exactly.
was
His
pure.
parents' love saved him. Yes. hmm Singing revolution in 1988. Estana, I don't know if I'm saying that right, declared its sovereignty from the Soviet Union, marking the peaceful singing demonstration. Estonia, that's how you say that.
Yeah, Estonia. Yeah.
Yeah, Estonia declared its sovereignty from the Soviet Union, marked by a peaceful singing demonstration. So there was a singing revolution. How about that, y'all?
Yeah, speaking of the Soviets, in 1965, it was the first spacecraft to reach Venus.
Hey,
So hey, they've been doing something. Hey, the Soviet Union been doing some shit back there, on this date.
on this date, yeah, they're making some shit happen. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Um, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization was established in 1945 to promote international collaboration in education and culture.
Okay, okay, I like that. Damn, damn. This day, Oklahoma was made the 46th state of the U.S.
How about that?
Yeah.
November 16th, 1907. It was
Damn, I
named
wonder
the
when Hawaii
46th state.
was. Yeah.
The 46th state. Who knew? I didn't know it was the 46th state. Did you know that?
No.
That Oklahoma was the 46th state? Learn something
Mm-hmm.
new every day, ladies and gentlemen. These are a little fun facts. The Federal Reserve Bank opened on November 16, 1914, marking a significant moment in the U.S. banking history. The Federal Reserves was
Hey,
created
you
on
know
this
what's
day.
funny about that? I just watched Den of Thieves. That's a bank robbery movie. Bank robbery movie with 50 Cent and like Ice Cube son. It's on the TV right now, actually.
So,
Uh, yeah, I was watching it. And like that, hey, that security is tight, but hey, it ain't perfect.
Nah, it ain't perfect.
But it take inside jobs too. So that too.
Oh yeah, on something of that scale, you best believe it's gonna be somebody on the inside that you're gonna have in your pocket. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. You gonna run through number 7?
Honestly. King Edward. Edward became King of England on this date, and damn, it's 1272.
King
Goddamn.
Edward the first ever King Edward was the
Yeah.
king of England on this date in 1272, ladies and gentlemen. King Augustus
No, Gustavus.
Gustavus, thank you. King
Yeah.
Gustavus Adolphus of
Hmm.
Sweden was killed in the battle during the 30-Year War on this day, November 13 in 1632. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, back to the Soviet Union. The U.S. and the Soviet Union established different diplomatic relations. So, like, we came together on this day in like 1933.
In 1933, yeah.
Yeah, we came together on this date.
The first edition of the Oxford English Dictionary was published its first volume on this date in 1884. So the Oxford English Dictionary was first published on this date, November 16th in 1884. What are some of these celebrity
Hey,
birthdays, BU? Go ahead.
hey,
What you
hold
got for
up.
that?
Hey, no, hey, a lot of y'all niggas need to get in that dictionary because I don't know what y'all be talking about.
Hey,
I don't know what y'all be talking about.
when BU Dictionary coming out, man?
I can run through my I got words. Like, hey, I'll run through my dictionary tomorrow. We got a show tomorrow. I think I got like 20 words.
My boy said he got like 20 words.
Yeah, and phrases too. Dictionary should have phrases. I'm just saying.
All right. Yeah. What's some of your celebrity birthdays? Run through the celebrity birthdays, then I'll do a poem and we get out of here.
All right, Maggie. I don't know how to say that actually. Maggie Gyllenhaal. Gyllenhaal. Yeah, that's what it is. Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal,
Maggie,
yeah.
yeah, Maggie Gyllenhaal, an acclaimed American actress known for her role in Secretary and The Dark Knight. Okay. Diana Krall, a Canadian jazz pianist and a singer celebrated for her smooth vocals and multiple Grammy-winning albums. Um, Marge Hellenberger, an American actress best known for her role in a CSI crime scene investigation.
Hey.
Lisa Bonet, we know her, best known for her role in Denise Huxtable on The Cosby Show and her distinctive style and activism. And then y'all know and your boy worked for Disney and other multiple parts for Disney, Mickey Mouse. While not a birthday, November 16th is also celebrated Mickey Mouse birthday, marking the release of his first cartoon, Steamboat Willie, in 1928 on this date.
How about that? That is dope. Those are the celebrity birthday twins for the day for y'all November 16th birthdays. What are y'all, Scorpio? Is it still Scorpio season? Is it or is it switch? It's Scorpio? November Scorpio?
I think Scorpio was early
Earlier.
September, and then it switched. I think it switched. Not sure.
So I know the end of
Because I think my
October,
mom's a
beginning of
Scorpio.
November. So what is Sagittarius towards the end, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So we're hitting the sad stations, sad season, should I say? I don't know when it actually switched because it's still like early November. You know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Scorpio season or if it's Sag season yet. Somebody correct me in the comments. The number for the day is 72. If you have wrote a number in the comments, you are in the. Sadly, she was charged head nurse. Oh, she was the charge head nurse. Wow. They say that she was the charge head nurse.
Hold on. So she was the boss.
Yes.
That's even worse. Hey, Silly, hey, you gotta go.
You gotta go.
You gotta go. Like,
that's terrible, man.
You expect that from a rookie.
Yes. Thank you for informing us with that. That's probably why she was so desensitized, though. You know, they see it every day to the point where now they desensitize the trauma. You hear that in like people who are ER nurses or trauma nurses or things of that nature, or people that do paramedics. You know, they arrive to traumatic scenes all the time that eventually end up getting desensitized to certain situations. But
yeah, but we're not gonna make excuses for her. We're not making excuses for her, though.
No, you're right. We ain't making no excuses.
Yeah, we're not gonna. Yeah,
you're right. I ain't gonna make no excuses for her. That's real shit. Still not an excuse. Yes, you're right. Definitely not an excuse. And as B, you said, we will not make excuses for her. So y'all are right. Yeah, don't make it right. That's for damn sure. We're gonna do this poem right here called "Death is Inevitable." I just wrote this one, not the other. Wrote this last week. Still learning it, ladies and gentlemen. So if I stumble through it, you'll be all right. But I just want to give y'all something different. I ain't did a poem in a while on the podcast. So here we go. It says, too many talking about the end of the day, not knowing if they're going to make it to the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, death is inevitable. So what I look like fearing destiny. Instead, I rather focus on my legacy, leaving the world with the best of me. I grew up on the street full of characters. You would have thought that it reminds me of Sesame. Why y'all oughta, never mind, I'll let it be. Greedy so-and-sos took it all, and look what they left for me. And if I had enough to pay for life, I heard that you get a deal where they give you death for free. See, life isn't a monopoly. No 200 when you pass go. Instead, in life, there's a fee. They say nothing in life is free. Paying high quality for air is a luxury. See, I be dropping jewels at the jeweler to make jewelry. Tom missed me with that foolery. See, I'm Roscoe like Jenkins, winning with a team of me. Because there's too many talking about the end of the days and not knowing if they're going to make it to the end of the day. And at the end of the day, death is inevitable. So what I look like fearing destiny. Instead, I'd rather focus on my legacy, leaving the world with the best of me. That's that poem, y'all.
I'm about to interview you right quick.
I'm about to interview you right quick.
Let's get to the bottom. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Let's get to the bottom of this.
Hey. Slaps. What inspired that?
What inspired that? Believe it or not, shout out to Mad Hatter Marshall, aka 33rd and a third or something like that. Whatever my boy going by now. Mad Hatter inspired that, man. It was a line that Mad Hatter had said on the podcast when he said too many was thinking about too many talks about the end of the day. It's not knowing if they're going to make it to the end of the day, you know. And it was the way that he said it, and I was just like, I love the way he projected that, and it just brings up so many thoughts when you say it. So like from that moment, it became a thoughtful poem, you know. And then when I finally had time and space, I was going through my notes and where I write my poetry. Sometimes I'll have bars or lines written down, but I don't have them finished. And this was one of those scenarios where I was rolling through my little Rolodex of poems that I may have written, and it was just the 3 little lines where I had got from Mad Hatter. And so I just was like, I remembered this, and I just that's where it came from. Yeah, just like that.
All right, so what you're writing, because you work a lot, like, so how do you find time to like
To,
do
to,
like
to
write?
man, honestly, I'm at the point now where I only write when I feel compelled. So it's like I don't force my pen. It's like at one point I was trying to force my pen because I was like, okay, I'm trying to put all these videos online. I want to post a poem every day. So I got to give people content. So I was trying to force my pen, and when I forced my pen, I found that the quality of my literature was falling off. So like, or it didn't feel like me. It didn't feel like something I wrote. It just felt like something I was trying to force the people to have. So I stopped now, and I went to doing what I've always done, to what made me love writing poetry in the first place was I only write when I feel compelled or when I feel inspired to. And I found out when I'm in that space where I'm in that creative space where I want to write, man, I can write you a poem in 10, 15 minutes. And it'd be a very elaborate, very thought out poem. And you'd be like, well, damn, how long would it take you to write that? And if I told you I wrote that in 5 minutes, you'd be like, what the hell? But it's just when my mind is working in that way, it comes a lot easier. But when I force it, then it's a lot harder. So now I'm at the time, and now I'm at the creativity space where I just let the creativity flow when it happens, and I appreciate it when it's there, and when it's not, I don't force the pen.
Hey, I've seen that. I've watched you for forever with poetry, and I have seen the growth in you and everything. With that, with the change and everything. Um, so you got stuff that you write down, and you're like, hey, I got to go back to this.
Yeah,
When I feel it,
I feel it. Yeah,
just like the point you just said, like, I wrote down notes, and which
yes,
reminds me, it's a trigger, and it's like, okay, damn, I'm in this mood right now, I'm in this mode. Like, let me get to the bottom of this one.
exactly, bro. I get in that mode often, and my work has now changed because I think when I was younger, I just I had the gift, but I wasn't utilizing it properly. You know what I mean? I was trying to woo girls with it and things of that nature. But as I got older, I understood why God gave me um, the ability to use words in such a way that it connects to people and connect the dots with the words to perform a poem. Um, I think now I understand what my goal is and what God's will is for my
Purpose.
life. Yeah, what my purpose. There you go. So now when I do my poetry, now I'm only doing poems that I feel like the world needs to hear, not so much something that just benefits me.
Have
You know.
you found any spots out there where you're at where you can like perform? Because you're in New Mexico right now.
Yeah, I'm in New Mexico right now. I haven't found nowhere in New Mexico, but Texas is right there. Texas got a few hubs, so I'm definitely gonna try to get on somebody's platforms and stages. And if not, what I want to do this year, coming into the new year, is something that I haven't done yet, and that is host my own poetry slams. So I think now what I'm going to do is no matter where I'm at, I am going to find a venue. I'm going to set it up, and when I have time, I am going to host a poetry session and whatever I'm at, wherever I'm at, for sure. You know what
We
I mean?
are. We Art for Changes.
Absolutely.
We are. Do you still get stage fright?
Absolutely. I think I get stage fright all the way up until uh, my name get called to perform my piece. When my name get called and I'm actually walking up and I hit the mic, it's a switch, and it's Mr. Sapiosexual, and I'm in character.
Hey, nah. Hey, that happens. Hey, when you say we are live, I be nervous all the way. we backstage, nigga. I'm nervous and all that shit, But when you say we are live, be you, just fucking, just it's something clicks,
Something
and I
switch. Yeah.
understand it. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, I'm clicking, hey. So hey, we got to do this shit, hey. We here,
Exactly.
the
We
people
here.
see us.
The people see us, bro. The people see, and the people are listening too. That's the beautifulest thing, Um, man, we did our analytics the other day. We had 10,000 views within the 90 days on YouTube. We had 15,000 views within 30 days on Instagram. And we have 2,000 downloads on our audio version. So I mean, like, people are listening, and we haven't even pump and push heavy on our advertising, and that's something that we finna do going into the new year. We got a huge guest
Yes.
that's lined up for the new year. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
That's gonna
So
be a big one. That's
you
gonna be a big
know,
one.
we got some C-class celebrities that's been to grace the Art for Change podcast. So y'all just sit tight, man. Some beautiful things coming. Just know that we go live on Mondays, on Thursdays, and on Sundays at 9 Eastern time. Sometimes we go on Tuesday or Wednesday, or sometimes even on a Friday. You just don't never know. So this is why you got to hit that bell and lock in. Don't forget to tell a friend to like, subscribe. Know that we go live, and if you don't catch us live, you can always catch the audio version on any streaming platform, typically on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Pandora, just to name a few. What you got for the people before we get up out of here, BU?
Hey, I know this is like cliche and everything, but hey, 2026 is our year. We just hit a 1 year mark, like last week or the week before last. 2026 is our year. And this ain't no cliche shit. Gotta make sure too. We gonna make
Yes,
sure.
yes. On Monday, the 24th, we will have Lyrical Paradigm on the show. You do not want to miss that. That will be her flashback show. We just had Queen Picasso back. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to run through some of our guests that we had in the previous, and just to check in with them, see where they are now after our year show with these people. So it's like our reunion with some of our guests, if you will. Absolutely, man.
Yep,
We
definitely.
are like over 100 episodes now. We like 110, 112 episodes now. As you see, if you listen to the first show and you listen to us now, man, you can just see the growth, and we're continuing to grow and develop every show. And I like the fact that we are live and we are virtual, because we're able to do this from wherever we are, wherever we're sitting. We're able to have people on from wherever they at, and we all doing this shit from different time zones. You know what I mean? That's the beautiful thing about what we're doing. Nothing is edited, nothing is scripted. We have a certain every day we may have a certain group of topics that we want to touch bases on. We do it in the group chat, so that's what we'd be reading off of if everybody wants to know a little bit about us. And I think we're finna start a subscription where you can get backstage and get backstage access to us, and just get a private dialogue with us, on a Discord type of thing. So check in, man. Art for Change got a lot of different things coming. We're gonna be giving away free merchandise, free hoodies, and giving out to our listeners that be locking in with us, man. So we got a lot of things coming for the people, bro. Oh, and
Yes.
don't forget, if you want to save some money, between 10 or 15% discount on Old Glory, on Molly Bees, or Patriot Water. You can go to our highlight section on our Instagram, the official Art for Change page on Instagram. Their highlight section, Molly Bees will take you straight to her website. OldGlory.com will take you straight to the website. Patriot Water will take you straight to the website. You can get in between 10% and 15% discount on those websites, just make sure that Art for Change is in the promo. These are only exclusively for Art for Change listeners. This is the way that we give back to y'all for tuning in to us. Yes.
How do they spell Art for Change? Because some
Uh,
people put a 4 instead
yes.
of.
You want to put the Art for Change the way that Mr. Sapio Sexual has it written. It is the FOR, not the number 4. So you want to put Art for Change, not the podcast, just Art for Change in your promo when you check out, and you will get your 10% off the entire website. Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got something before we slide up out of here, G?
Nah, I don't want to say nothing crazy.
All right.
Nah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, man. Well, this one has been a fun and informative, not so light heavy conversation, man. This is real things. We bring light to the disparity on the treatment of African Americans in the medical field. So I hope that you have been informed, and know that this is coming from a place of love and not of a place of trying to create fear mongering or hatred or division. We want to, if anything, spread love, compassion, and empathy, and create a space of dialogue where we can do so. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, art enthusiasts and change makers, Art for Change gang, and we have. Peace.